Thoroughbreds is directed by Corey Finley. This is actually his directorial debut, and he also wrote the film as well. And this movie follows these two teenage girls in upper-class Connecticut. And they used to be friends back in grade school, and since then have actually taken these very different paths in life. But they do start to rekindle their friendship after years of growing apart, and together they devise a plan to do some rather nefarious things, but I'm not going to get into it here. Now, this film was originally written for the stage, but the writer Corey Finley decided to submit his story to some independent film studios to see if it could be adapted to the big screen, and after reading it, they immediately picked it up because they were so captivated by the story. And after seeing this film, I can completely understand why. Thoroughbreds is a fantastic film that has a very unique and wicked perspective on empathy and remorse. Those who have been following my channel would know that I don't just have an affinity for horror films, but horror comedies specifically, American Psycho being an example of this genre that is actually one of my favorite movies. And this film actually reminded me a lot of that movie, also with some shades of Heathers sprinkled throughout, and I mean that in the best way possible. This is a film that uses very twisted and dark humor to drive home some deep-rooted themes about wealth and mental illness. Now, one of the most impressive elements about Thoroughbreds on paper is the tremendous cast that it has. Anya Taylor-Joy, who you might recognize from The Witch and also last year's Split, she portrays one of the girls in this film, and once again, she is fantastic. The chemistry that she has with this other girl is very different than what you might expect a typical high school relationship to be, but I thought they worked so well together. Olivia Cooke portrays the other friend in this movie, and her character is one that believes that she has no feelings at all, no empathy, no joy, no real sadness or remorse. She's completely void of really any emotion that a human can have. And when you have a character like that, I think you do run the risk of having them not be only one note, but also unlikable and unrelatable. But I think her performance balanced with the excellent writing of her character give her layers and give her depth and give her this really magnetic likability to her character. Often in this film, she will be completely brutally honest, and I do think as an audience member, there is a little bit of inside of us that wishes that we could be as cutthroat and as honest as she is. I think Olivia Cooke and Anya Taylor-Joy both pull off some fascinating character arcs that at the end of the film, I thought painted this really well done picture of where these characters begin and where they are at the end of the film. Also, unfortunately, Thoroughbreds is the last on-screen performance that we will see from the young actor Anton Yelchin, who was killed a few years ago. Even at the young age that he was, his career was so promising and his body of work was so rich and so varied. And of course, Thoroughbreds is no exception to this. Anton Yelchin is fantastic in this film, and it is just such a travesty that someone so young and so promising could be taken so soon. Overall, Thoroughbreds is not only a fantastic thriller, but also a really twisted and wickedly funny character piece about two friends reestablishing a broken relationship. Thoroughbreds is without a doubt one of my favorite films so far this year, and I think that if you are a fan of the horror comedy genre or movies like Heathers, then I strongly implore you to seek out this film. So did you guys see Thoroughbreds? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, you can click on the link down below and subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and movie related things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.